yeah, the more clients I treat in this spot, the more I am aware of how often this muscle is contributing to these. G'day guys, Darcy Ninja here. Today we're talking rounded shoulders and what are the muscles that are contributing to your rounded shoulders. Yes, it's your pecs, but today we're actually going to look at two different muscles that aren't your pecs that are also contributing to the position of your scapula that is there having an effect on the position of your shoulders. So when we're discussing this, I want to show you a live demonstration. Actually, come down here first. This is our subscapularis. This is the muscle that is an internal rotator of our subscap, and that is sub to the scapula, meaning underneath the scapula. So it's actually like, here's our scap on Ninja, it's underneath that. So we can't get to it by pushing on here, we have to go underneath, which I'll show you that demonstration shortly. So Ninja's actually got quite nice shoulders. They do sit in line with ear to shoulder to hip to knee and all the way down. When our shoulders round, yeah, a main contributor to that are our pecs, but in this case, we're also wanting to consider what is happening to the, you relax that arm, to the internal rotators of our shoulder and our scapula, and that's our subscap, yeah? We also need to consider the muscle here, which is our rear delt, that is also now become short and tight. We can see that it starts on the spine of our scap, and doing that, as soon as Ninja relaxes, you can see there isn't much definition in his muscles there, and then when he rounds it forward, you can sort of start to see this line through there. That's his rear delt that is active, and that is going to end up sore and tight, and pulling on our joints. Okay, so what we're going to do, Ninja, is get you lying flat on your back to begin with, and I'm going to show you how we access this guy here. All right, so this one here. So what we do is, I use a towel, I don't know, it's just a nasty little spot under here. People get sweaty, so maybe they're a little bit like embarrassed if you were to get in there with your fingers. So towel, I'm pushing away the lats, and then I'm going straight in and under. Okay, and we do need to go like really slow. Yeah, you can sort of see what I'm doing there. Sorry, man. You can sort of see that I'm pushing in and down.
Bit of curry.
Yeah, it's not kind. But this guy is one of the rotator cuffs. So we have four. We have our teres minor, we have our supraspinatus, we have our infraspinatus, and we have our subscap. This is one of the four, and this is one of the ones that internally rotates that shoulder. So rounding of the shoulder. What we need to do to reduce that internal rotation of the humerus is actually push into it and dissolve the tension. Melt away the solidness of that muscle so that the joint isn't being pulled on. Our muscles act like, there's a muscle imbalance in there, right? And sometimes what they do is they have this tug of war sensation where muscles are considerably pulling on one way and another is fighting at the opposite direction. What that does is it irritates our joints, and we end up with pain, we end up with discomfort. Imagine trying to go and do a shoulder press while our shoulder is rounded forward, okay? The space in that area there is short and blocked, and that's detrimental to our performance and our movement. So I've been in here for about a minute or two, talking shit.
That's what we do.
That's what we do, don't we, man? Now we're actually going to start to unravel it. So internal rotator this way, that's bringing up the muscles so I can feel that I'm on the right spot. And just by Ninja's facial expressions, I feel like we're in a good spot. And then we open it up this way. I haven't moved my fingers, not once. It just, maybe little angle changes, but in terms of where I went in a few minutes ago, it has stayed the same. And this is a dynamic release. Open, close, open. And you can see that is also stretching the pecs, stretching the front of the shoulders, bicep if we lengthen the arm like this, and just working it. So just move the shoulder back and forth until we can feel that there is more range and that the shoulder actually starts to move in the way that feels more flowing, it feels more fluent. So there we go, back and forth. 7 times, 8, until it almost becomes more therapeutic and less sharp, less painful. Starts to unravel and unwind some of that tension. This guy is a big muscle, and it's really having an impact on the position of your shoulder. So to unravel it, we really need to actually put a bit of force into it without being too invasive, too damaging to the tissue. So a few circumduction, just going round and round like this. Really good. Nice. Now, most therapists, when they consider, and we do it as well, when they consider rounded shoulders, is we're always going towards the pecs, always doing the front of the shoulders. We're doing pec minor and those types of muscles, but today there's two that we're unlocking. That was our subscap. Let's get you on your stomach, man. I'm going to show you rear delt. So rear deltoid is bringing our shoulder. So when we're doing reverse flies in the gym, yeah, we're pulling our muscle. We're doing like these pull aparts, reverse flies, those types of motions. It laterally abducts the shoulder. But as our shoulder rotates forward, because of that subscap pulling down on that scapula, the rear delt actually attaches onto the spine of the scap, and it's also pulling that scapula upwardly, and then across. So it's like sitting like this. So we need to come in here, focus on that. So what I like to do is get my wax and our rear delt and middle delt is right in the middle here, and then it comes across, and it's like the spine of that scapula there is where it all like attaches to. So what I like to do is get a good purchase on it by collecting it with my pisiform and pushing right up against that bone. So I'm actually working the tendinous fibers there and just cleaning it out. So this is the opposite to the shortening in the direction of the stroke as well. I'm actually opening up the muscle with the direction of the stroke. If I was to go this way, you can see that that's pulling it forward, you know, like that's shortening the muscle. That's what's already happening. We're actually wanting to elongate the tissue. So we go down on the spine of the scap. I can feel that body landmark right against me there. What I like to do is actually get my forearm involved all the way to my elbow. It's one continuous stroke. How's it feel, man?
Yeah, really good, man.
Yeah.
Connected in, therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just there's a good
Just
jump.
there.
Yeah.
Nice little spot for me to just sit on. Yeah. We find lots of little trigger points in our rear delts as well because of the positions that you hold yourself in. You know, is it your body's always fighting against gravity as well. So sitting down and being at an office job or a driver or a lawyer that you're continuously on the computer and writing and texting or whatever it might be, our shoulders want to find what's an easy position to hold it in, and that's just to slump and to round forward, and our scapula follows it, and it ends up causing irritations. We then try to go and jump in the pool and swim laps or have a hit of tennis or throw the frisbee in the park. Whatever the movements are, our shoulders are copying it because we're not focusing or being aware of the position our shoulders need to be in for the most part of the day. We spend most of our time at work, or we spend most of our time in front of a screen or TV. We need to be aware of the position of our body. Where is our neck in line with our shoulder, with our hips? So this is just one joint, one way to focus on easing some of the tension and unraveling some of that tug of war. Good. How's it feel, man?
Yeah, really good, man. That continuation of that stroke is mastermind.
Yeah,
masterful.
nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's art, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
A lot of this is art.
Yeah.
Following the leads.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't gone off track. I can feel right against my elbow there is his humerus now. We're starting to get into that humerus, the shoulder bone.
Yeah.
And we're just following that down now more into the muscle belly.
Yeah.
And there's a nice little junction in there where I can feel, the fibers are quite thick. And we want to work those. We forget about the muscles that are pulling on our scapula. We're always considering what's pulling our humerus forward and our sternum. We go to pecs. There's nothing wrong with that. It's good. It's a good starting point, but we need to also focus on the little guys. Well, our rear delt's not little at all. It's a huge muscle group. Our subscap's a big muscle too, but it's just often overlooked.
Hidden.
It's hidden.
In there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hiding. It's not an easy thing to treat. Not a lot of practitioners maybe have the confidence to treat it either. Whoa.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel that one coming up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm trying to back off just a little bit so it's not too much pressure, but I'm also pushing out the gunk. I'm blocking it. You can see there's some twitching going on there. Maybe that was some lactic acid built up in that shoulder that we're now starting to unravel, starting to clean out, move along. Yeah, and sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the more clients I treat in this spot, the more I am aware of how often this muscle is contributing to these this upper cross syndrome, the fact that our shoulders are rounding forward, and because you can just feel how tight it is. It's really, really tight through there. There's lots of twitching. It's always painful to treat. Have a feel on your own shoulder, right behind there. See, mine's on right now as I'm doing this as well. You can feel that my rear delts muscles are working. So I'm getting a workout. Nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Almost through it. So it comes all the way down into here. So we're going to get all the way to that insertion site. Not a lot of wax now, but that's okay. We're releasing the fascia. We're hydrating it.
Yeah. We get a purchase.
Got to get nice little cracks and crunches through there.
Yeah. Tricep feels.
Tricep feels good.
Yeah.
I'll show you how we do it with the thumb as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Ninja was struggling, but I'm just going to go light just for the sake of the video. I'm just going to show you how we can do it with the thumb. Doesn't need to be too forceful, too painful. Just opening up a channel through there for blood flow to move through, for cells to move through so we heal, and also just getting a really nice release. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Good one.
Yeah.
So we show you a few different strokes there, but don't forget about your subscap. If you're a practitioner and you're not getting the success with your clients and their shoulders are still sitting forward, give these guys a go. If you're not a practitioner, you're just somebody at home, start to get the ball into the rear delt, start to get a dowel into your subscap. Release these muscles, you will feel better. The shoulder will feel nice and loose and limber, and you'll get into the gym and things will start to work out for you without those clicks and clunks, and you'll also feel more aligned. So give that a go. Thanks for watching. Make sure you do like, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Done. Thanks, Darcy.